Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season, and now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past, and tonight we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. The first Super Bowl of the new decade, Super Bowl 54, is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season, and now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past, and tonight we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy.
Let's go, folks.
Black 30.
First carry for James Conner. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Connector, connector. Second
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. He'll try and run for it with Connor. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Wide 80. You can't hit. Alert, alert. 25. Check 25.
They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the Niners' 38-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to run with.
Now Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 2nd down, Samuels. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards the pickup there. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Connor. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
The Niners take over.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky. 12, fellas. Here we go. 12, 12. Begin, begin, begin.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second down, it's Coleman. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Back. Hey, alert. 21.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Stay hot.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards in the gain there on the catch and run.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman, 26 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. These two teams all tied after one. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Going with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Take both of them.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, alert! 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 26 left. So don't say nothing. Two!
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
The pickup there, 5 yards.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go,
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
He's coming, double up.
Coleman now. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run it with Coleman. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. 2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Come on, QB, come on. Shift.
2nd down, McKinnon. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Coleman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Here we go.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
21.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Hard throw, incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. On second down, Samuels, and he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Wide 80.
Check 56. Check.
Take both of them.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up fourth down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here comes Pettis on the return. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Keep playing hard.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
12.
26 months. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Hey, orbit.
26 months. 27.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin. 76 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. Called an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now Connor. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Open man is Switzer, complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Matt, like 80.
54. Watch the flag. Watch the flag.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Going up top. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. On first down, it's Samuels. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
They'll look to run with Connor. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington there to make the grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
The Niners take over.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Mike,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance. I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Well, not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Garoppolo now. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
21. Here we go.
From the 39, Garoppolo. This one complete to Coleman. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go. 180.
They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
On second down now, McKinnon. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
26
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit. Because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off. Because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Easy.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Let's go.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st and 10 is Counter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Right back to Connor here on 1st. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
We won. Coming my work. He's checking. Crash.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Steelers on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Trying to get the first with Samuels. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, it's Connor. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. This is Connor. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The Pittsburgh Steelers have won the Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy is going back to the Steel City. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.